YouTube, Awesome Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Full Throttle RPM Dino Ranger figures. Now, just of note, I want to talk about the things I'm missing, because as you can see from the pitiful accessories in front of them, I am missing some of the accessories they did include. Mammoth Rangers weapons primarily, which were kind of these like boomerang-looking things that had like wheels on them, which was kind of interesting. They also all included like little mini versions of their morphers, which honestly just got lost in the shuffle. Mainly like just the holstered versions that went like right here. And I believe they also had their nitro sword and blasters, just like the regular Rangers, that could combine into something. I really just have T-Rex's and Triceratops' weapons here. Like Triceratops is, yeah, that's right. Triceratops, he grabbed the T-Rex. I'm intelligent. T-Rexes are actually pretty cool. They might be my favorite just because they're kind of like these little guns. They have these kind of wheels on top for like the tracks, but it's kind of this perfect mix of, not perfect, but still pretty cool mix of like the dino and train themes where you have kind of these like chomper looking things and then the little train tracks. I think that's actually pretty cool. If this had been full colored and made into a weapon for the show or whatever, I think it could have been pretty neat. Not that I think You blew it! Not that I think this is terrible. It's kind of like a weird version of the Power Lance that looks like some sort of shoveling tool or like ice picking tool. But I basically just had these on display with these weapons only. I don't know why I didn't have like Mammoth's weapon on him. I don't know what past me was thinking, but this is all I had, and it would take me like a long time to track down everything because things are just kind of scattered. So if you didn't know, these were the spiritual thank you, successors to the Spirit Rangers from Jungle Fury, because the Elephant, Bat, and Shark Rangers did not exist in the original Sentai Geki Ranger. We did, of course, eventually get physical suits for the Master Modes, but they wanted to pad out the line by creating Rangers for the auxiliaries, and they did something similar here, which was kind of crazy when you think about it, just because we didn't necessarily need it. You know, we had overall 7 Rangers, but I'm really glad they didn't. Unfortunately, they did not make it into the show. I would have been so interested what their plans would have been if they did. I would still love for them to pop up in the comics somehow. I always kind of thought maybe just make them like robot pilots of the mecha, just because then you don't have to worry about too many characters and just give them fun personality. But even though we didn't get him in the show, I love ideas like this. I wish we had kept this going. I know there was a weird transition part, when we went from this to mmpr 2010 to Samurai, where the lines didn't exactly line up. But it would have been cool to get like Zords for the Zord Ranger for the Samurai auxiliaries. Like imagine an orange Blaster Beetleborg Ranger. Like, that would be just so cool. But anyway, I think these are pretty well designed. You got like a light blue Triceratops right here, which honestly isn't all that revolutionary, a blue Triceratops, but it is a different shade of blue. I feel like it's right in between your very classic, a different shade of blue. Thank you again. I'm just that good. Anyway, I think it's right in between the classic shade of blue we usually get and the sort of like aqua blue of Shark Ranger or Aqua Ranger. It doesn't feel quite like either of those. Also, I'm just now thinking about this legitimately, that his helmet design feels like a precursor to the Triceratops Ranger from Ryusoulger / Dino Fury. But I still really like it, and I love the idea of like kind of the train conductor jackets, just like how the other vehicle ones have different designs like seatbelt and like the air seatbelt, plain seatbelt or whatever. I'm good at talking, but I think that's really cool. I love the number 12 symbol on there. You kind of got these like train track gauntlets, which I don't know if that would be their changers or something like that. But yeah, very cool design. You might notice with the camera, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but there is like some dust particles on there. I tried to dust them off, but they're doing that weird thing that some of my old PR toys do where they get like not quite sticky, but like moist. And then like the dust is hard to wick off of it. It's really weird. But this was the mold right after Jungle Fury, which is my personal second favorite basic figure mold. You do unfortunately have some more loose joint problems with these. Like I never had any loose joint problems with my original Wave Jungle Fury figures, but the Jungle Fury Wave 2 and RPM ones did have loose joints, but they were still very well articulated for the time, before the era of Lightning Collection and Marvel Legends and all that. You had a really great range of motion. You can't move the head up and down, but you can do side to side, and it is blocked by their collars a little bit. You don't call them collared people. That's offensive. But yeah, still really well articulated, still a mold I really like, both for the articulation, and as you can see, you have like a little bit of muscle definition, but they're not roiding it out or anything like that. And then you have Mammoth, which in some ways is my favorite design, solely because I think it's kind of a unique helmet that feels like it's springboarding off of mmpr Black, but in a different way. Again, oddly enough, one that's a precursor to the Black Draken Ranger that has the tusks coming off. But I like how the tusk lifts off here, kind of making me feel like that if that happened on mmpr Blacks. And you also have a crimson color, which is really cool. Like, have we done the crimson color since the Go Rangers? I'm trying to think. Like, I wish we would bring that back more, but I think that's pretty cool. I think it's really unique, and I really like his design. And then you have this guy also apparently had a long night. Now, but then you have the silver or gray T-Rex. I'm not sure if they were going for silver or gray. And yet again, for a precursor, recording this after we have seen the Gojuger suits, the helmet's reminding me a little bit of what the yellow Gojugers looks like. But it is a bit of a different style. Like, I think it kind of looks like inspired by some of the mmpr red ones lifting off, but I think it does a pretty decent job of standing out with that overall. And I really like these designs. I love the design and concept. And to me, I don't like them as much as the classic Spirit Rangers from Jungle Fury, but I do really like that they put thought into it. It doesn't feel like they were done cheaply, in my opinion, or quickly. Like, they are obviously drawing core inspiration from the MMPR helmets here, but I think they changed enough that I don't really notice it all that much, other than them being similar to other Dino helmets, but I think they did a good enough job of differentiating them. And again, I love the attention to detail of incorporating the train theme, just like you have, you know, the slight variations in the vehicle theme for like the Go on Wings and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. Also, I gotta say, I really like the idea of a trained Dino Sentai. I know we all roll our eyes at Dino Sentai, you know, I'm in the same boat. But if we ever do get another one, and let's face it, within the next decade we probably will, I wouldn't mind this idea, like a Dino Train theme or something like that, or a Dino Vehicle theme. I think Go and Tech might be a fun way to go. I wouldn't even mind Dino Cars or something like that. And I'm so disappointed that they didn't appear in the show. Like I said, it would have been so cool to continue this trend and see where that would have gone. Like, even if it's not in the show, I just like seeing the what-if creativity to it. It's worth noting that I believe these came out in the line that was like a power-up. You had like, it wasn't a show power-up, but it was those weird skateboarding ones. If I ever find all those, I'll review them. I'm not sure if I own all of them. I just remember at the time, these were tough to find. They were only cycling out to like Ross and other like secondhand type of stores. Because I remember finding these two a lot with the skateboard ones, and I think I picked up like one or two of the skateboard ones. I might have got them all, I just don't remember. But this dude took forever to track down. I had to go to like 3, 4, 5 Rosses or something like that. So it came in at the tail end, which was really weird. So that's why I'm not reviewing it as its complete wave. I'll just review the skateboarder dudes separately. But yeah, overall, these are really cool. I looked up them on eBay just because I was trying to remember all the accessories that they came with, and these go for a pretty penny. So I don't know, if definitely not worth it for the $70, $80 price tag. But if you are lucky enough to have a flea market that's not shite like the ones I have here, and you find these, or you can find a good price for them, and you like stuff like this, I think these are a cool little place of history, but definitely not worth the money they're going for on the aftermarket. But still, overall, really cool. Fingers crossed that these show up in the comics. I feel like this would be something perfect to show up in the Power Rangers Prime comic. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening to me ramble. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.